never occurred to me when I was, in my 20s, starting my career, that cancer would be such a big part of my adult life, just from my dad's diagnosis when I was in my early 20s and his 6.5 years of treatment. And then after that, I volunteered at UAB on the Cancer Center board. I've served dinner at the Hope Lodge as part of that. And then my own diagnosis, I never anticipated how much cancer would be a part of my life. It was my first mammogram, and I'd put it off because of COVID. And my primary care doctor insisted that I go get it, and I'm so glad that she did. And I went in, it was the Monday after Easter, and I was truthfully very aggravated because I was running from work and, had to go get this kind of extra imaging done. And it never crossed my mind that it could be cancer, even with the emails, even in the mammogram room again, until the ultrasound tech brought the radiologist in, and they both got really, really quiet. And it was then at that moment that I finally felt differently. I never physically felt any differently, but at that moment I knew this is not normal.
I think it took a minute to allow it to all sink in. I work in healthcare, and I had to work on moving from more of a healthcare professional role to a husband role. And I think that took me a while, really stopping and asking Lauren, how do you feel? Where are you? And just treating her as my wife versus a patient, because I'm so accustomed to doing that.
Yeah, the physical part of having cancer as a woman is hard. It is really difficult. And I struggled with it at times because I'd say, gosh, I'm so vain. You question like your level of vanity, because you are thinking like, I look horrible. I had a double mastectomy. I don't feel like myself. My hair, luckily I never lost all of it, but it was very thin. It was falling out. You looked washed out. You don't look like yourself, and you don't feel like yourself. So when you look in the mirror, you're just not quite sure. There are times I'm not sure who this is in the mirror.
American Cancer Society for us is an extension of our care. I mean, it really is. The Hope Lodge, as you mentioned, only scratches the surface on need. We need more Hope Lodge. We need more opportunity for patients to be comfortable. Lauren got to go home every night and sleep in her bed when she had treatment. A lot of our patients don't get that. Our patients, their cancer treatment is usually the least of their worries. It's how they pay the next bill, how they travel to Birmingham to get care, what's going to happen with their kids overnight when they're not there, how are they paying for their drugs, their insurance coverage. The complexity of cancer care is immense. And so it affects our entire cancer team, and really and you even experienced a little bit of it. They spend more of their time focused on the whole patient and how to meet the needs of the non-treatment aspects of care than they do the actual treatment. We understand the treatment. We know that piece. It's how do we support the patients and their families throughout a very difficult journey. It's not short term, it's really lifelong.
Everyone's different with how they handle things, and where they are in their kind of life, if they have young kids, if they don't have kids. So all of that kind of comes into play. I mean, I think my advice is to take a deep breath and know that you're stronger than you think you are, that you can handle things. And you're fortunate in the way, I think I was fortunate, that you have a whole community of people around you to kind of help lift you up when you feel like you need to get strength from others. But you have it yourself. You have that strength to kind of help carry you through.